So there's this guy, he's super successful, multi-millionaire, several businesses. And I work with a couple of his friends who are the same. I work with a lot of people that are very highly successful. And something that I notice about these highly successful people, not all the time, sometimes they figure out what they want and they make the decision, they go do it. Like, it's so easy. It's so simple. And other times, they want to be frugal with their money. They don't want to spend it all in one place. They want to make sure that they're going to get the value for what they're doing. And this guy, I'm going to call him Chris, and all of his friends keep pointing him to me. And he's had 2 different conversations with me. One was like almost 2 years ago. The other one was probably close to a year, like the end of last year. So getting really approaching. And I just dropped it because he had those conversations. He had those discovery calls, and I'm not going to force anyone. I'm not going to high pressure sale anyone. And someone like Chris, he's going to make the decision when he makes the decision. And I reached out to him just yesterday. And during the text messages, it was a Facebook message. I just asked him, hey, your podcast is being really successful, and it is. I want to get your story on my podcast. And he came back with basically almost a direct quote. I'd be delighted to come on the podcast. And by the way, I've been thinking about your services to grow my podcast. And here's the direct quote. Now I realize that it's an even bigger problem than I thought. Now I realize that it's an even bigger problem than I thought. So Chris reaches out after a year or 2 of, we could have been giving him more listeners and giving him more social proof on his podcast, having more people that he could do business with. He's already a multimillionaire, but in 2 years, he lost out on a ton of listeners that could have converted into actual dollars. And in his case, this might not be the case for everybody. He charges a good price when he works with people. And so in his case, he avoided, let's just call it $6,000 a month. We'll just agree to disagree. He avoided around $6,000 a month twice. And it cost him perhaps many, many hundreds of thousands, maybe even over $1 million over the last couple of years.